Breakfast with me, Julia Hartley Brewer. 8:46 is the time. Benedict Spence is still with me. And extraordinary story about an investigation into alleged child grooming gangs in Hull has led to it be reopened, having been basically shelved by police, extraordinarily, because not enough evidence, apparently. Yet again, another case of grooming gangs not being properly investigated, Benedict.
I mean, can the police even make the claim that, like burglary, this isn't as serious a crime as it could be? No, this is about as serious as it gets, and it wasn't being investigated.
Investigating mass rape of teenage girls, then what crimes do you think are significant? Well, one of the one of the organisations heavily involved in this case and involved in trying to make sure the police investigation was reopened is Maggie Oliver. She's a former detective constable with Greater Manchester Police, founder of the Maggie Oliver Foundation, of course, basically the whistleblower, the person who spoke out in the Rochdale grooming gangs and had played a crucial role in bringing lots of these evil rapists to justice. So good morning to you, Maggie.
Good morning, Julia.
Once again, I mean, is this just same old, same old? We've got grooming gangs, we've got young girls who are written off as, tarts and prostitutes, even though they're turning up for, abortions at the age of 13 with a 50-year-old man in tow, who quite clearly isn't her father. And the police just decided, well, we've got all this evidence, but we'll just drop the case. And you got involved in making sure that that didn't happen.
Yeah, I think that it is the same, Julia. I think what this case shows, though, is that what a difference the Maggie Oliver Foundation is making, because we are there to fight alongside these victims. Three of them came to us in 2020, actually initially through my social media, and we started a dialogue. And then we got involved. There was a really good journalist actually in Huddersfield who got involved as well. And we initially approached Humberside Police and they refused to engage. They wouldn't speak. We went to Operation Hydrant, who are claiming credit for having this case reopened. They didn't want to know either. So it's really... the way they represent this is false, it's lies. So we actually approached the media and there was a 3-part documentary made on this case. We continue to support these girls and we have fought tooth and nail because there is overwhelming evidence. Those 3 girls then became 7. There are links to the grooming gangs in Cumbria and in Barrow, and there is overwhelming evidence of a gang operating and destroying hundreds of lives. Now, you're talking today about policing and how it is in crisis. This links in so closely with that because I'm known for grooming gangs and fighting about this. I'm actually currently in Turkey. I'm coming home tomorrow. But I have a friend here whose daughter was sexually abused about a year ago. That case went from first disclosure to trial and conviction within 8 months. These girls first came to us over 2.5 years ago. They have this hanging over them every single day,
and being told, that they don't matter. And again, Rochdale and Rotherham and everywhere else, we have the same thing where we were just constantly seeing girls who were just written off again and again. It's just they're bad girls. They're hanging around, drinking drugs, writing them off. They're loose. They're sluts. Let's be honest, that was the attitude, wasn't it? By social services, by the NHS, by the councillors, by the police. But this is the thing, the scale of evidence is huge, though, because 34 people were arrested, 200 digital devices were seized from suspects for forensic examination, looking at 100,000 text messages or more. Jim Gamble, the former head of the Child Exploitation and Online Protection Service, he said there was significant corroboration for what these girls were claiming. They have their diaries, text messages, school reports, photos of injuries, testimonies of the women, and again, backing up each other in terms of what was happening and who was doing it. And once again, are we back down into the same political correctness where we're looking at white girls, largely working class, and we're talking about Pakistani men of Pakistani origin? Is that what the same MO?
I would say it will be the same MO. This case is. But what I would say is that from our work, my work in the foundation, this has become my life. We are dealing with 33 cases now with Greater Manchester Police, but it isn't just these cases. We are dealing with other victims who are equally badly failed. This is about victim care. It's about police not listening, taking the low-lying fruit, leaving the difficult cases, pushing them away. And I would say to every victim who is listening to this now, if you are being fobbed off, come to us, because we know the processes. You are not alone. And the country now knows what's going on. I've been calling for, a royal commission into policing for 10 years. If they listened to people like me, we'd save another 10 years of this nonsense.
Absolutely. And it's not all in the past. It's happening right now. And again, if you're a police officer or a social worker and you know about young girls being systematically drugged and gang raped and you don't do anything about it, I've got some big questions to ask them. Maggie Oliver, you are just a hero. You're just a hero. You're a wonderful, wonderful person. The world is a better place with you in it. Thank you so much. Very quick reaction from Benedict Spence.
I mean, it's just sort of staggering that it has gone on for so long and that we're still talking about it sort of being in progress. That's the key thing, that that they're not all historical, that these continue to happen. And
if the police aren't dealing with this, what are they doing?
What are they prepared to let slide? How far does it go before something is done?
Absolutely, absolutely. Look, we're going to leave that aside, but I mean, Maggie Oliver, just one of the best people on the planet. I love her.